Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about serious business, and I call this serious business because this is the critical part of an interview. And what I'm talking about today is salary negotiations. So salary negotiations are normally held at the towards the end of the interview as you are winding up. However, many of us, myself included, are uncomfortable most of the times in answering this question. And I want to share some of the few tips that can help us, myself included, in any job interview when it comes to salary negotiation. So the first thing I want to say is salary negotiation shouldn't be seen as a time during an interview where the employer is more or less taking advantage of you in any way. No, you have the right to express yourself, you have the right to state your net worth, and you have the right to defend why you've pegged yourself at a certain amount. So, one of the common reasons that we feel uncomfortable in stating the amount we want to be paid for that position is because we fear two things. One, if we state an amount that is high, too high for the employer to be able to pay us, we may lose the opportunity to have that job. And then also, if we rate ourselves very low, we may get into that organization and then find that people are actually paid way higher than the rate we give ourselves. So the question remains, how do we strike the balance? So these three tips I want to share are going to help us strike the balance when it comes to salary negotiation. So the first one I will say is do a market research. Find out how much people already in that position are getting on the market. So you speak to companies which have similar positions, you speak to people in those companies through referrals, a friend who knows a friend who works at a certain company, and just get to understand and know what they are being paid currently. The second important thing also that you can apply is find out from that same organization that you have applied for well in advance how much they offer for that position. You may not get the precise amount, but rough estimate would actually help you come up with the good price for that salary you intend to get. The third thing would also be looking at your monthly expenses and deciding what your average amount to live from month to month would be. So that would look at things like the rentals, how much rent you pay in the area you're staying or an average area, the amount you'd spend on transport, if it's fuel, if you're driving, how much you'd spend on food for that month. So the basic needs that you need to cover in a month are what you're going to consider when coming up with that budget. So even during the interview, you would say, I'm looking at the current market prices that have helped me determine this amount that I am paying my value at, or this salary that I would be expecting from your organization. So those are the 3 points. And lastly, you should be aware that some organizations have a structure which they follow, a pay structure. So you can negotiate for a salary, but you'll find that you are paid according to that pay structure, which is in the organization. While others, it's based on what you bargain for. So if you know how to negotiate for a salary, you might find that you get into this organization and find that you are in the same position as another person, but you're getting more or less than the other person because maybe in that company the policy is you get what you negotiate for. Other companies combine both. They have a structured pay structure as well as leave room for people to bargain for their salary, and they work with that. So good luck as you go to negotiate that salary during that job interview. So please share, like, subscribe for more tips on this channel. For me, it's bye for now.